This headset online video will be going through how to use the gauges and numbers on your headset dashboard more effectively. So it really is about you understanding the gauges, how they work, and then using them to your advantage. Headset is unique as it is a numerically based mental skills, mental strength system. So the more points that you accumulate, the more mental strength and mental skill that you are developing. So I'm going to focus on a few different areas of your dashboard. I'm going to focus on the very top here that has your points. So you have this week's points, you have this month's points, and your overall points. Then we're going to move to the weekly tracking for the 5 pillars: awareness, regulation, self-confidence, resilience, and motivation. And then we are going to go to the tracking of your monthly 5 pillars and then your month-to-month development. So at the very top, we have our weekly and then our monthly points. A general rule of thumb for headset is a 20 to 30 point week. That's a good week. This is when you've done that mental skill work that is seen as being effective, productive. You're starting to develop and leverage your mental skills. For this month's points, you really want to strive towards being at 100 plus points. As mentioned in a previous video, there are many different ways to build up your skill mentally through headset. You have your monthly assessments, you have your weekly wows, you have your video library, and then you have your practices, setting them up in your calendar and debriefs, and then you also have your game, setting them up in your calendar and debriefs. In regards to the weekly tracking, these start each Monday and end on a Sunday. So the goal here is to get these gauges as high as possible. The more points for the week means these gauges are moving. But you will see that there will be certain gauges that will be higher than others. Headset often works on your 3 lowest pillars. So you may have higher percentages with 3 versus all 5. But the goal for all 5 is to get above 50%. That's a good week. And then after the week is done, it will go back to 0. The monthly tracking. Monthly tracking, we have all of the 5 pillars. But what's important to remember is that at the beginning of the month, this will change once you have your monthly assessment. Once you complete your monthly assessment, you will see your gauges change for the monthly. The monthly, it changes at the beginning of every month. So it will on the first day be at 0, and then it will go as high as you do the work for your month or pillar tracking. But once again, after you complete your monthly assessment, you will see your gauges change based on your monthly assessment. So this is a start that you get off to. If you can keep in mind that headset works on your lowest pillars, so based on this monthly assessment, the pillars that I work on the most are motivation, self-confidence, and awareness. The regulation and resilience are a little bit higher. So we'll start working on motivation first, self-confidence, and regulation. This may mean that your motivation, self-confidence, and regulation weekly tracking might be higher based on the monthly assessment. So every month after you're done your monthly assessment, please take a look at your monthly pillars and see which ones you are lower and higher in. And please remember that headset will work on your lowest ones first. You can also do a little bit of extra work knowing that your lowest pillars, you should focus on a little bit more than the higher pillars. Final piece in regards to the numerical component to headset. At the very bottom, it has your monthly amount of points. Here's where you want to be at that 100 or right around there each month. You don't want to have those dips below 100. So that's what you strive for. And sometimes you will see that you'll have higher than 100. But if you can get low right around that 100 point, that is a really good monthly amount.